Welcome between the hedges to Athens, Georgia and Sanford Stadium, home of the Georgia Bulldogs. As we'll see, the number 23 team in the country, the Oklahoma Sooners, taking on the fourth-ranked team in the land, the Georgia Bulldogs. For EA Sports College Football, I'm Reese Davis, joined here in the booth by David Pollack and Jesse Palmer. And guys, let's get this thing started. The Sooners will get us underway with the opening kickoff. Fielded in the end zone. It's Branch. He stopped short of the 20 at the 9. And probably wishes he'd just taken the touchback.
Ready, set.
Hand off from the shotgun. Got the first down and still on his feet. They get this sophomore on the ground, but he continues to make plays.
Well, it's an electrifying run. You think about the tradition at the running back position for the Bulldogs. Herschel Walker into his Heisman Trophy. No Sean Marino. And how about this? Todd Gurley, Nick Chubb, and Sony Michel all there at the same time. I bet this guy could have gotten to that rotation, though, because he's got those types of skills.
Now on first down from the 30. To the air, it's Stockton. They're setting up the screen. And he never had a chance. As soon as he caught it, the defense was right there.
Well, they try to spit it out to the running back on the perimeter of the field. You saw the speed and recognition by the defense, though, how quickly they were able to get to the back and get him down for a big loss.
The Dogs trying to find their way forward after the big loss on the last play. Second down, he'll throw it. Catch in the middle, it's Branch. Good, solid tackle.
That wide receiver on the outside is dangerous. When you're playing zone coverage, it's really hard because you're not chasing him. You can't really get hands on him. You got to make sure you send more guys his direction. Maybe slide those linebackers toward that wide receiver so you got a little more help on the outside.
And the Dogs come to the line on third and short, trying to keep the drive alive. Some early movement along the offensive line, and they'll walk it back. The officials offer the deal, and the coach accepts it. They will take the penalty. Coming to the line of scrimmage on third down. From the gun, wants to pass. Makes the catch. It's Frazier. Coming through that third down conversion, and they'll mark it at the 43.
Nice job by the running back, catching the football and understanding where the first down marker was. I got to go get that first down. He did a nice job of it.
This Georgia offense moving quickly down the field. Quarterback may change this route. Looking to throw on first down. He's moving out of the pocket. Throws to the wideout. He's got an open man. Slicing and dicing through this defense, and they've got it down to the 23.
And that is a big-time play for the offense. The defense knew coming into this game they had to keep this guy bottled up and keep him in the pocket. That didn't happen there. He was able to buy time, extend the play. Receivers are in scramble drill mode. He finds a guy. He's accurate, off schedule, and the defense now has to do a much better job keeping this guy contained, or they are going to get lit up just like that.
And good coverage by the defense, just a short game.
This quarterback right now is in a groove, and he's doing a nice job in pre-snap. He's reading the coverage, and he's getting an idea of where he wants to go with the football. That's why the ball's coming out of his hands so quickly, and that's why he seems like he's in a great rhythm right now.
Pocket breaking down. And the quarterback couldn't withstand the heat, and he will go down as we've played one quarter. This offense had a little extra time to think about it. Let's see what they have on third down. Back to pass, it's Stockton. Finds a tight end. Good pickup on that one. They will stop him short of the line to gain, and now we'll see what they do on fourth down from the 17. That throw and catch, a really good example of why coaches don't want a quarterback to get stuck on a particular target, isn't it, David?
Yep, that's exactly right. Find the guy who's open, because you got so many guys that have so much speed that can do so much damage on the field. Find my matchup, get it to him, let him do the rest.
On fourth down, they're taking to the air. It's dropped, and oh, what a tough way to end this drive. They spun that wheel of fortune on fourth down and come up bankrupt. First play of the drive, wants to throw. Hit hard as he released the ball on that first down pass, and it never had a chance.
Yeah, and you don't see very many quarterback hits on screens. You know, the offense wants to bluff real quick and make it look like pass, and the quarterback's supposed to pop up, look like pass, and quickly get rid of it. You could tell timing all wrong. It was all jacked up, and that play went absolutely nowhere.
Caught in the backfield, it's Ott. Didn't pick up a lot there, moved it forward just a few.
And listen, I know that wasn't a huge gain. It was positive, but I like doing more of that in today's college football. I'm just going to try to give my playmakers a chance to do damage in space away from all the big boys inside.
This crowd bringing the energy and noise early. The clock winds down to 2 minutes, and we will take a pause for the 2-minute timeout. This dog crowd is off the leash, and they are coming after them, bringing noise on third down. To the air, it's Mateer. Now improvising. And he was drilled just as he released the pass. It's incomplete.
I don't care how talented you are as a quarterback, but your accuracy always goes down when you get hit. Nice job by the QB scrambling, working to his right, but he wasn't completing that pass with that pressure.
So we're scoreless, their first drive of the game, and this coach is wasting no time taking a gamble by going for it on 4th down in his own territory. And they can't connect a costly turnover on downs.
That's a great job there by the defense here early in this game, getting a huge stop, and they've got an opportunity to make the opponent pay. Offense taking over now in great field position. Let's see what they can do here from a play calling standpoint to try to put some points on the board.
Plenty of time to work, not any time to waste as they take over here in the final 2 minutes of the half. Wasting no time throwing on this drive. Grabbed in the middle, it's Frazier. He's brought down quickly, minimal gain there, still a bit short of the first down. Making side adjustments here. Back to pass on 2nd down. Fires to the wideout. Intercepted, big play, stops the drive. Taking it the other way. He's at the 40. He's at the 20. Touchdown, Oklahoma! How about this defense taking one back to the house? It is one thing to come up with the interception. No, don't stop there. Turn it into a score.
Make a big play and don't be content. That's right. Go out and make an even bigger play, and he does it. He makes the pick and then takes it all the way back to the house. Looked like a wide receiver, for goodness sakes. Turn on the Jets, making the big play.
And the extra point makes it 7-0. Kickoff unit on the field, and this defense will be called on to protect this lead. He'll bring it out. It's Branch. Nice job by the kickoff team. Everybody stayed in their lanes, and they'll stop him at the 16. We'll see what they can do on this drive that starts at the 16-yard line. Wide receiver comes in motion. Wants to throw. It's Stockton. Oh, they're after him. And he will be sacked at the 6-yard line. The hurry up now. 2nd down. Clock ticking. Quarterback making adjustments. Wants to fire on 2nd down. Grabbed over the middle. It's Thomas. And the defense drags him down. We got a timeout here late in the first half, and they'll try to get more points on the board before the break. It'll be 3rd and long. Someone not clear on the snap count. It'll be a false start, and they'll move it back. So the decision has been made, and the coach will take the penalty. You make up the game plan, and not a lot on the play sheet for this. 3rd and long from inside their own 20. He's looking downfield to throw. Catch in the middle. It's Bell. They'll make the stop about 3 yards short of the first down. They didn't get enough for the first down, so 4th down, clock running as they hurry to the line. Big tight end makes the grab. It's a first down. Gets it down to the 33. They pick up the first down. Got to use their time wisely.
And they're showing you their intentions early in the game. It's 4th down, you're in your own end. We're going to be aggressive, and we're not just going to do this early. We're going to do this all game long. Awesome execution on a critical down.
And the physical play there forces the incompletion on first down.
Not many receivers like to get hit. They just don't, okay? They're prima donnas. That's what they are. That's who they are. Nice job by the defender. You could tell he was catching the football. He was going to put a hit on him to make sure he had to think about something later, and you could see the ball pop out and fall to the ground.
Well, the quarterback knew he wanted to go to his tight end on that play. He's a big physical target, but it was the hit on the play that forced the incompletion.
They've got to come up with a big play on this 3rd and long. The offense changing the play. Scanning the field. It's Stockton. Fires to the big fella. They'll make the stop about a yard short of the first down. The offense uses a timeout to stop the clock, and they'll get a quick breather. And how about this lower intestinal fortitude? 4th and 1 in your own territory, and they're going. He'll try to throw and pick up the first down. Finds him out of the backfield. And he gets the first down, but man, did he get the hit stick laid on his noggin. Looking to throw on first down. Blasted as he lets it go. Intercepted. Oh, what a play. Got room on the return. Touchdown Sooners. The defense gets it done with that huge interception return.
And that's the way you execute on offense, man. You keep your foot on the gas. Try to make this a 2-score game. You do with that touchdown. This offense executing beautifully. The defense is going to have to find something in the second half to get some stops.
They'll try to add another to their lead. And the extra point makes it 14-0.
That makes the score Oklahoma 14, Georgia 0.
Georgia will kick it deep to start the second half. From inside the 10-yard line, he'll bring it back. He was looking for some running room, but not much to be found as he stopped at the 18. Welcome, everyone, to Williams-Brice Stadium, home of the South Carolina Gamecocks. As we'll see the number 4 team in the country, the Georgia Bulldogs, taking on the 12th-ranked team in the land, the South Carolina Gamecocks. For EA Sports College Football, Reese Davis with you alongside David Pollack and Jesse Palmer. Time to get this game started. Georgia likely to kick it deep to get things started. And it'll be a touchback. The ball will come out to the 25-yard line. Out of the gun, they'll run it inside. Picks up a useful 5-yard chunk out to the 30-yard line.
And as an offensive coordinator, you don't need the perfect play with this guy as your running back. He's going to make the play perfect for you because he makes everybody miss. Spin moves, hurdles, stiff arms, speed, whatever it takes to move the sticks and score touchdowns.
Halfway there on first down, it's 2nd and 5. An unforced error there. They don't get the snap off in time. Offense took a little bit too much time at the line there. Offense gets set for 2nd down. Motion from the wideout. Dropping back, it's Sellers. And the pass is incomplete, jarred loose by the hit.
Well, they were trying to sneak him out of the backfield that time into the passing game, but that did not fool anybody on defense. What a hit, forcing that incompletion.
Probably the toughest call on the play sheet. 3rd and long. Ball's at the 25. From the gun, wants to pass. Got out of trouble, got rid of it. Firing to the right, complete. And they'll stop him about 5 yards short of the first.
That's perfectly fine. If I'm a defense, I'm going to give up some yards right there. Play deep, react to shallow. The running back catches the football. I come up. He gets a positive gain, but it doesn't matter because now I won 3rd down and forced him on 4th down.
And the Gamecocks will bring the punt team onto the field. A quick timeout called by the kicking team here.
Timeout, South Carolina.
So the last thing you want to do is start the game, first drive, go 3 and out. They won't do that here. They might go 4 and out, but they'll try to convert here. Under fire. Makes the grab past the marker. Good, solid pickup on that one. They've got it out to the 40, and it's first down. I love the bootleg call on 4th down because even if you know it might be coming, you have to respect the fake.
Yeah, and you don't know where the launch point's going to be. So you're going to blitz, but then now they move the pocket, and it becomes hard because you got to get a moving target. Nice job by the offense, understanding the situation, using the quarterback's athletic ability to get the first down.
And I think that might be an example of the running back maybe trying to do a little bit too much. Everybody wants to try to bounce the ball outside and hit the home run, but in college football at this level, you just need to do a better job taking what the defense gives you.
Lost 1 on that last one. It's 2nd and 11. Motion from the wide receiver. Back to throw, it's Sellers. He's got the back in the middle. Good pickup there as he gets the first down, and they'll mark him at the 48.
You know, it's a nice throw by the QB there. When you're throwing to running backs, you got to make it easy on them. So you want to put it right on their body, make the catch simple, and let them go to work like they did just there, getting that first.
Wants to throw on first down. Flips it out on the screen. Just what they were looking for, and he's got him set up in business at the 35 with a first down. That was just a perfectly choreographed screen. The line got out on time. The running back had a wall in front of it.
And I think the quarterback did a really good job of selling pass and then kind of dodging the pass rush, getting it to the running back, and then let him do the rest. You got him in space, he'll pick up yards in a hurry.
To the air on first down. And he was fortunate not to lose yardage on that play, able to wedge it back to the line of scrimmage.
Well, there was really nowhere to go for the quarterback with that football. He's just trying to check it down to his running back, and the defense was there, and they made the play.
They've got a solid drive working, but now looking at 2nd and 11. Great penetration by this defense, and they knock him down behind the line. A loss of 1.
And that's why he is an All-American caliber player. He is just so physical and dominant against the run. He's able to shed blockers, use his athleticism, use his speed, get to the ball carrier and bring him down. Simply one of the best box defenders you're going to find in the entire country.
9th play of the drive coming up, but they'll have to convert 3rd and long to keep it going. From the gun, wants to pass. Unloads to the wideout. He makes a catch. Able to make his way past the sticks for the first down, and the time is going to drain out here in the first quarter.
That's the end of the first quarter. And after 1, we're scoreless.
First play of the period, first down here. Dropping back, it's Sellers. Good timing on the quick out. Touchdown, Gamecocks! Made the grab and took it on in for the score.
You talk about ball control offense. This offense just held the ball for the whole first quarter and then some. Strung a drive together, making the great plays when they needed them. That's a great opening statement from this offense.
And the extra point is good, and it's 7-0. They march 78 yards down the field, and they finish things up with a dart from 24 yards out. Here he comes from inside his own 5. Really disciplined job by the coverage unit to get down there and make the stop at the 19.
First and 10.
Takes the handoff. It's Frazier. And the visitors start their day with nothing. Stopped at the line of scrimmage. Georgia going up tempo. Second down, they'll go to the air. The short hands, it's Branch. Now they've got even more breathing room out to the 31 and a fresh set of downs. Good job by the receiver there not to run into coverage, but to find a spot that the quarterback could throw him the ball.
Yeah, on those types of routes, Reese, they say if you're looking, you're booking. So if that's man coverage, the receiver's staring at the quarterback all the way across the field. That time, the receiver didn't give the quarterback his eyes, so they were on the same page. They both knew it was zone, and they executed that perfectly.
Snagged in the middle. It's Frazier. That's the kind of play that can really get you going as they have a first down at the 43.
I like the running back there on the route and the patience he showed, really setting it up. He got to the defender, was able to put his foot in the ground, get some separation, catch it, and turn upfield for the first.
Looking downfield, it's Stockton. Caught over the middle, it's Branch. Recovered by the defense, and he's off. They knock him down finally, but boy, he was trying to make something out of that, and he stopped short of the first down marker. They take over late in the half, enough time to put together a drive. Caught behind the line. It's Smith. He is going nowhere. Stop at the line of scrimmage.
And nice job by the defense staying glued to him. Getting him on the ground as soon as he catches the football. Knowing he's a threat. I'm not going to let this guy get out of my sights. Nice job by the D.
They're dealing with a second and long. He'll do it himself. Gets away from one. He's got space.
when you're a defensive guy and you want to fire in, you want to go hit the quarterback, but you know if I fire in, he's just going to give the football up. You got to be patient. You got to understand what your responsibility is. Then you see when he keeps the football, you got to go tag him. And the problem is these guys are such good athletes. They're so hard to catch once they do pull the football, but it's kind of like the hidden hat trick.
Wide open spaces. Oh, he's getting ahead of steam. Run out of bounds after the long game, but they've got it now first and goal.
This guy already has a touchdown. He almost had a second right there. You saw how good he is after he has the ball in his hands. Great job by the quarterback. A, finding him, B, getting it to him quickly, and then his speed and his God-given ability does the rest. He's got his offense in great field position.
And that big gainer on the last one has him ready to go from inside the 10. Looking downfield, it's Sellers. Well, the quarterback can make a big play when he starts moving around. Trying to move the pile into the end zone. He'll be stopped at the 2. There's a timeout on the field. Tight game here late in the first half. They've moved it forward to the 2. Now it's second and goal. They'll try to pass their way in. And there was nowhere to go, just stopped in his tracks in the backfield. Timeout is called, and it's the defense wanting to make sure that everyone's on the same page for this big down. This whole red zone offense thing has been a little shaky. They've been stopped twice already. Maybe they ought to try to score from deep. Quarterback moving out of the pocket. And he runs it in for the score. Touchdown, South Carolina.
And how big is that for this offense? Put a nice drive together, get the touchdown, add to this lead already. Everything right now, Palmer, going their way.
Yeah, that was as good a 2-minute type situation as you could have offensively. And David, they've got so many weapons on this offense. They practice these situations all the time, and they put it to work here at the end of the first half.
And he makes the extra point. They got the late touchdown on the board, now about to kick it away and hoping the defense can keep them from answering. He'll bring it back from inside his 5. He was looking for some running room, but not much to be found as he stopped at the 18.
Will take over first and 10.
A little bit backed up to start this drive from their own 18-yard line. To the air, it's Stockton. Here comes the heat. And this will be incomplete. A big hit there forces second down.
You know, it's difficult for QBs sometimes when you're throwing to your running backs because they're not receivers. You really got to be perfect with the ball placement. You got to make that a catchable throw. A little bit too tough for the RB on that one.
So now it's second and long. After the incompletion, they go back up top. On the run, still looking. Trying to buy a little time, and he cannot, but he does get it back closer to the line of scrimmage.
Man, this defense is dominating all game long. They have been making this quarterback's life so difficult with their pass rush. They bring him down there for the sack. They're not giving anything up. They're leading this game by a lot. We're only in the second quarter, and this ain't going to change unless this offense can find a rhythm.
Trying to move the sticks on third down through the air. And here comes the pressure, and there he goes down again. They're scrambling to get to the line quickly for this big fourth down attempt. Referee signals timeout as the defense wanting to make sure that they have everything just right with a big play coming. So here they come going for it on 4th and long. The aftershocks of that earlier sack still reverberating. Offense calls a timeout. Welcome, everyone, to the home of the LSU Fighting Tigers, Baton Rouge and Tiger Stadium. As we'll see, the number 15 team in the country, the Arizona State Sun Devils, taking on the 8th-ranked team in the land, the LSU Tigers. For EA Sports, I'm Reese Davis, Jesse Palmer, and David Pollack with me. Guys, can't wait to get this started. LSU ready to kick it away to get things started. Coming out with it, it's Brown. Not nearly as much as he'd hoped when he brought it out of the end zone. He'll be stopped at the 50. This place is roaring, and it's going to be so hard to operate under these conditions. Looking to throw, it's Levitt. And the quarterback brought up 2 and sacked at the 12.
Well, it wasn't great field position to start with, and it's getting worse now. The defense gets a sack. They're getting aggressive up the field. They get to the QB, and they're sending a message.
To the air on 2nd down. The sweet feet keeping the play alive. Got it in the middle, it's McClain. And tackled there by the defense.
And I like what the quarterback did to finish the run. He buys a little bit of time, scrambles out to his left, and as a right-handed quarterback, you really understand you got to square those shoulders while you're running, which can be difficult if you want to throw an accurate throw like he did right there.
On 3rd down, he'll try to pick it up through the air. That was almost picked off, and what a disaster that would have been to throw a pick on the opening drive. Instead, it's 4th down.
That is exactly how you set a tone when you're on defense, and especially when you're at home. If you can get them and force them into a punt early, keep that crowd going and involved, man, is it fun to play defense.
On 4th down, looking to pass. Here's the pressure. Complete out of the backfield. He'll work his way up to the 24-yard line before being shoved out of bounds. The decision to go for it does not pan out. And it looks as if they've buzzed down. Replay wants to have another peek at that last play. After taking another look just to confirm everything, the officials on the field got it right. The play will stand. Great place to start for this offense. Running back searching for a hole. And he never had a chance. Just stopped cold as soon as he got it. The Tigers will hustle to the line.
Nice job by this defense creating that negative play. That's what all defenses want to do. But look at this. This offense, they ain't scared. Right back on the ball, ready to run another play, ready to make this defense work.
And that is a tough assignment for a defense to cover a back man-to-man who can get downfield like that.
Especially when he can run routes the way he does, Reese. I'm really impressed watching this running back with how he's able to cut and how he doesn't telegraph where he's going. He is a weapon catching the ball out of the backfield.
He might want another play. Back to throw, it's Nussmeier. Here's a heat. Had to get rid of it quickly. Had nowhere to go with that one. Had to just throw it away. A wise decision to keep the field goal in play.
And this offense trusted their quarterback. Third down and short, they give him the football, tell him to go make a play. Nothing open. What does he do? We're in field goal range. We're in a good spot here. Throws the football away, makes the right decision.
And they'll send out the field goal unit. The holder will put it down on the right hash, a 33-yard try. It's good. He could have hit a string right in the middle of the uprights there. And the first points of the day come on that field goal.
And he'll take that first drive. Like, you wanted a touchdown, but you gave the people here at home something to cheer about on that first drive. Move the football enough to get your kicker an opportunity and to put 3 on the board.
After that last field goal drive, they're set to kick it away. And he'll just take a knee, and this drive will start at the 25. They'll put this one in play. First snap of the drive from the 25. Leaves it with the running back. Picks up a useful 5-yard chunk out to the 30-yard line.
Man, it's nice when you can depend on your big boys up front to make a lane, and you get 5 or 6 yards. You get 5 or 6 yards a pop. You move the ball down the field easily, and more importantly, can get this defense to be more aggressive, to bring DBs close to the line of scrimmage, and then that might open up some big plays down the field.
One of the things that makes this quarterback so dangerous is how accurate he can be when he's on the run. And he's a guy that's looking to throw. He's not looking to take off himself. Showed you that accuracy on that play to get the first.
Back to pass, it's Levin. Incomplete thanks to the great defensive pressure there that sort of threw them out of rhythm.
And his coaches have these play sheets over there on the sidelines, and there's so many calls they want to call, and they want to make explosive plays, but you got to protect your QB, and he's already been sacked. Now he's hit again. Like, they've got to protect him up front if they want a chance of doing damage on the offensive side of the football.
The Sun Devils want to crank the tempo.
Nice job by the quarterback, seeing the receiver come open, getting him the football, making the first down, and they like to do this. When they make a first down, they want to go fast. They want to crank up the tempo.
They get him down at the 34-yard line. Give him 15 yards on the pickup and a first down.
I just love this guy's instincts, right? When things aren't open right away, he never panics. He just
He's loose. They finally get to him. What a play there to pick up the first down.
What a run, man. I tell you what, it's hard to pop runs. It's hard to get 3, 4, 5, 6 yards a lot of times. But when you got backs like this who can make huge plays with the speed, getting out in the open field, can take it the distance on every play, defenses are scared out of their mind.
And the Sun Devils, after exploding for that huge run, back to work. They'll go to the ground. And he'll race it to the house. Touchdown, Arizona State! Follow the blockers. The the offensive line will take you to the hallelujah land.
And I tell you what, most of the time, Reese, it requires a little bit of skill to find that hole and, you know, slither through a little crack. That was not a crack. That was wide open. Didn't take a lot of vision because the blocking was outstanding.
Lining up to tack one more onto that lead. And the extra point makes it 7-3. That is an efficient drive. 7 plays, 75 yards. And it was punctuated by an 11-yard run for the score. Kickoff unit is out there, and boy, did that last drive quiet this crowd. And that is not the optimal solution there. The kickoff out of bounds, and the offense will have a little bit easier time of things. Time winding down in the quarter as they come to the line. Looking for space. It's Durham. And after the tackle, we are headed to the end of the first quarter.
That's the end of the first quarter. With the score, Arizona State 7, LSU 3.
Had a chance to talk it over during the break, and they'll start with second down. He wants to change this route. Looking to throw, it's Nussmeier. Got it in the middle, it's Anderson. And he's brought down after a nice gain. Death Valley has a well-earned rep of being intimidating. It is nice to be the quarterback, to have everything on your side.
And have everything quiet. It's the loudest place by far that I ever played. I mean, for an entire game, they are on their feet, yelling, screaming. Now, listen, we can't play all the words they're yelling, Reese, but they are an intimidating crowd.
And maybe he'll get back to the line of scrimmage, but no more than that. Boy, there wasn't much room to wiggle for that running back there.
None at all. Great job by the defense getting in the backfield quickly, closing up all the holes, nowhere to run.
Didn't get much on first down. It's 2nd and 9. Wants to go up top. Pressure coming. Catch in the middle, it's Anderson. He's finally stopped, but not before he takes it into the red zone. They'll mark it at the 18. And the Tigers want to move quickly. LSU moving quickly, going to work again on first down. Wants to go up top on first down. It's complete to the left. And just a short, safe pass play. They pick up a few. Clock's running, and they'll try to get to the line. Warp speed for second down. Quickly complete. They'll get it down to the 10-yard line on that completion. Got to get to the line quickly for this third down play. Looking to throw, it's Nussmeier. Starting to feel a little pressure. Nifty little scamper on this one. Enough for the first down, and he slides in safely.
I'll tell you what, after that big gainer on third down, you might think about your quarterback running it again down here. It's hard to throw down close inside the 10-yard line. You've got to have some design QB runs or give him a run-pass option on the perimeter. See if he can punch it in after that big gain.
And he takes it in for a score. Touchdown, Tigers. Now they'll line up for what they hope is automatic. And the extra point gives them a 3-point lead at 10-7. So that's a 59-yard touchdown drive. And they finish it off with the score from the 4. Kicking away, and this crowd is buzzing after that last score. And it'll be a touchback. The ball will come out to the 25-yard line. Plenty of time left in the half here as they take over, but they will want to be efficient here in the final 2 minutes. To throw, it's Levitt. Bringing the heat. They get to him as he throws. They make the stop, but how about the shot this sophomore quarterback took as he delivered the ball? Gonna swing it on second down. Looking to the big tight end. All kinds of room to throw that one in there. They bring him down, but it'll be first down at the 42.
Yeah, this defense is going to have a plan for this tight end, especially when he lines up in the slot, because there's a lot of different routes he can run, and because of his size and his wingspan, he's very, very difficult to cover.
Moving, keeping the eyes downfield. He scrambled forward and got a few and turned that into a positive play. We got a timeout here late in the first half, and they'll try to get more points on the board before the break. The Sun Devils with myriad options after that big pickup on first down. Back to throw, time running short in the half. Buys a little time with his feet. Picks up the first down and gets down to avoid contact. Clock stops momentarily for the first down. They'll hurry to the line. Looking downfield on first down. Rushes on him. Under pressure, and down he goes at the 33. They'll try to kick it into overdrive. Clock's running, second down coming. Looking downfield, and time is running short. And it slips through his fingers, incomplete. That would have been a huge gain if he could have held on.
I love taking deep shots. I think it makes cornerbacks play honest, safeties play honest, and you could tell just missed a little bit deep on that shot. But listen, those are shots that we want to take because the risk is definitely worth the reward.
And that's a play on third down. This offense just has to do a better job protecting their quarterback. Give them a split second more time to complete that throw, but they couldn't do it there.
Running out of time here in the first half. They're going to have to be efficient to put some points on the board before the break. On fourth down, looking for the completion. Hauls it in, the first down and more. They'll use a timeout right before halftime. Maybe time for one or two more plays.
Timeout, Arizona State.
And a chance to really carry momentum with them into the locker room if they can take the lead here. First and goal. Under fire. And he rolls into the house. Touchdown, Sun Devils.
Man, that was beautiful clock management. Great job by this offense, sustaining the drive, not getting too much in a panic, and finishing the drive with a touchdown with not a lot of time on the clock.
And the extra point is good, and it's a 4-point lead. So a scoring drive there of 83 yards. Kickoff unit on the field, and this defense will be called on to protect this lead. Oh, look at Mr. Hands taking the squibber inside the 30. They'll have just enough time to get one more snap before the half. To the air, it's Nussmeier. Throws to the wideout. Got his man downfield. They finally make the stop. That's going to make those halftime stats look a little bit nicer as we head to the break.
That's the end of the first half. With the score, Arizona State 14, LSU.
And the Sun Devils will line up to kick off and start the second half.
Set to kick this one off.
The drive starts from their own 25-yard line. They keep it on the ground to open the third. And the defense holds firm. No pickup at all on that play.
Great team defense on that one play. Everybody doing their job. People winning their one-on-ones, D linemen staying in their gaps, linebackers and DBs filling. You just can't do it better.
Second down, they'll go to the air. Grabbed in the middle, it's Anderson. They make the stop, trying to pick up just a little bit at a time to get to that first down marker.
Yeah, and I tell you what, when you stick these fast suckers in the slot, they don't have to be big. But you get those guys that are so quick in the slot, they can get great matchups, and I can get the ball to them quick because they're such dynamic playmakers.
The Tigers come to the line on third down, trying to keep this drive alive. Complete downfield. Defense on skates that time. They finally drag him down at the 42. This offense absolutely humming as they come to the line again. Dropping back, it's Nussmeier. Makes the catch, it's Brown. They stop him almost immediately. Short gain there, and still a little ground to cover to pick up the first.
My old coach said you'll never go broke taking a profit. Take what's there, take the positive yards, and never complain.
They're going back to the ground. Finding an escape route.
You just sense the frustration starting to build, not only on offense, but I think with this running back as well. He is so talented. He's had some massive games throughout his career. Just haven't been able to get him going early in this game. That was a pretty good run there. Let's see if he can turn it on here in the second half.
Oh, it's picked off. That's not the start they hoped for. Didn't get a chance to show off those return skills, but he gives his offense the ball at the 29.
How about the athletic ability by the big fella? You know, you got those big linebackers in there used to taking on fullbacks and offensive linemen the whole game. He understands for passing situations. I'm getting drops. I'm getting deep in my drops, playing the quarterback's eyes, breaking on the football, making the INT. What an athlete.
They'll get this drive started from the 29. From the gun, they'll give it on the inside. Defense there to stop him after a 2-yard gain to the 31.
Well, we're not quite in the fourth quarter yet. We're almost there, but you're seeing the attitude shift now for this offense. They've got the lead, so they've got to be able to run the football. You're going to see a lot more of that, I think, as this...
It's a running good job of coverage by that defense. Just a short pickup. They are calling for their defense in Baton Rouge. A huge third down coming up. From the gun, wants to pass. Lets it fly. Makes a connection. And the explosive play, and they're on the move all the way to the 44.
Well, and a nice job working the middle of the field. I think it's so important to keep defenses honest, and you can't just dink and dunk outside. You got to work the middle. Great job finding this wide receiver over the middle of the field.
The Sun Devils will line it up on 1st and 10. The give to the lone running back. And he fights his way forward, gets away from one, but not much doing on that one. Let's see what they've got on 2nd down.
That's the end of the 3rd quarter. With the score, Arizona State 14, LSU 10.
No fall off from the noise or intensity from this crowd as we start the 4th quarter. Tight end finds a soft spot. Stopped after a good pickup, and he'll be just a tad short of the 1st down. These fans stepping up to help this defense on 3rd down. And boy, is he close to that 1st down, maybe just a couple of inches short. And the Sun Devils racing to the line in the hurry-up. On 4th down, they'll pass for it. Keeps looking downfield. Big tight end makes the grab. 1st down, still on his feet. Well, they just drained all the suspense out of the 4th down conversion, moving the chains easily.
And how about this offense, man? They put the ball in the hands of the guy they trust the most. 4th down, needed conversion. You want to salt this clock away. You want this game to end with you guys possessing the football. Big 4th down conversion.
And that's really nice offensively because you're in the red zone. You do have an opportunity to add to your lead here, but you're staying in bounds. I think the clock right now is the most important thing. How can we keep this thing ticking away? And by going down in bounds, you're doing exactly that.
They're in control. The clock is their friend. You'd have to expect another run here on 2nd and 6. They'll run it. They want to take their time here. He rumbles and rolls all the way to the 4-yard line before he steps out of bounds.
Well, this guy hasn't quite put up Heisman numbers in this game, but in a moment where they need him the most, in the 4th quarter, look how strong he is running. Breaking tackles.
Into the end zone he goes. Touch! Welcome to the home of the Alabama Crimson Tide. Tuscaloosa, Alabama, Saban Field at Bryant-Denny Stadium. As we'll see the number 8 team in the country, the LSU Tigers, taking on the 9th-ranked team in the land, the Alabama Crimson Tide. For EA Sports College Football, I'm Reese Davis, joined here in the booth by a couple of legends, and yes, we do use that term loosely. David Pollack from the University of Georgia and former Gator Jesse Palmer. Guys, let's get down to the field. LSU will put a foot to it for the opening kickoff. And it'll come out to the 25. No attempt at a return. Hold and fired complete. He steps out right at the 40-yard line, and now they are in business moving toward midfield.
And those aren't the guys I'm leaving open on defense. These slot wide receivers, they've got the space in the middle of the field to work. I got to make sure that I got somebody inside of him. I got somebody outside of him. I can't give him the football because a lot of times these guys, they're good with it after the catch. They got that quickness. They got that speed, and he showed some of it there.
Looking for a man. It's Russell. Using his feet to buy time. Grabbed over the middle. It's Cuevas. That's about as close as you can get to that marker, and it will be second and just a few breaths away from the first down. And they'll come to the line just needing a few chain links for a first down. Rides the back on the option to give. Dragged down at the 46 after a pickup of 5 and the first down. A cornerstone of the Alabama program really throughout history has been be physical, establish a running game.
Yeah, great running backs. I mean, not only are you recruiting great players in the offensive line and skill and all over the place, but so many great backs that you can name off the top of your head that played at Alabama, that ran it with an edge, that ran it physical, that always represented that style. And you can see Alabama, they're always going to do this. They're going to establish the run.
Halfway there on first down, it's 2nd and 5. Leaves it with the back. Oh, he's got some space. Really good job by everybody there. Well blocked, good run, and a first down.
And talking to the OC this week, getting this running back going was step number 1. It was priority number 1. He said it makes the whole offense go. Like, he is the bell cow. He is the guy. This offense is doing exactly what they set out to do on this first drive.
They'll switch it up here and look to throw. Moves around to clear up the vision. It's complete on the right side. He's there to make the stop, but not before. He sets up this offense, 1st and goal from the 7.
And when this quarterback is in a rhythm, this offense is really hard to stop. You've seen that on this drive. He's 3 for 3, but they're also running the ball well. Everything they're dialing up right now is working.
On 1st and goal, let's see if Alabama can get it in the end zone. Relentless, tough running gets it down to the 4. Now it's 2nd second and goal. Quarterback run is part of their game plan. And he'll step into the end zone. Touchdown, Crimson Tide.
And how about the wheels for the QB? You could tell, man, he can roll, and they're going to use him. This is just the first drive. You see him going for the touchdown. I imagine we'll see more of that guy running the football with that kind of speed.
And the extra point is good. Kickoff unit on the field, and this defense will be called on to protect this lead. This is what we expected. This crowd ready to make its presence known. Off the play fake on first down to throw. Pocket breaking down. Hit hard just as he released it on first down and just couldn't get it to the receiver.
Yeah, this offense might want to think about moving the launch point for this QB, because if you take hits like that from the pocket, it's really tough to complete passes.
This crowd, full throat, splitting the eardrums and letting him know it's going to be a long day. Gets it to him on the screen. At the 35, he's loose. And he got enough for the first down, but somebody put the hit stick upside his head.
Well, your opponent scored on their opening drive, so obviously no need to panic. But I know, having been in this situation as a quarterback, you want to answer right away. So really good to see him making some nice throws here on their opening drive. He's going to try and see if he can get this thing tied up.
Looking down the middle. He's got it. And a good pickup there. They'll move the sticks for a first down. Let's see if they try to get another snap before the quarter expires.
And that's a first down for the offense. Okay, ready? That's the end of the first quarter. With the score, Alabama 7, LSU 0.
They've got a first down here to open the period. Wants to adjust the pattern. Looking to pass. It's Nussmeier. He put it out there for him, and this senior gave him a chance, but they couldn't make the connection. This series dates back to 1895. One of the odd things, guys, is historically the visiting teams have had a lot of success.
And these fans don't like each other. Matt, you can feel the hate, the hostility. Both programs so talented, recruited at a high level. These teams have even rematched for a national championship before, Paul.
Fires into traffic, picked off. He's brought down, a short return.